Yeah, so I was roughly like 3 months off the ice.
February was the
Yeah,
hit.
yeah.
So yeah.
Like it was
late
summer, like early September, and I called my coach from college, and I was like, "Where should I go? Like, I want to resume professional hockey. Do you have any pull with the Leafs or the Marlies or?"
Was he still at Northeastern at the time?
No, he was assistant with the Leafs.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, "Let me call you back." Calls me back in a half hour, and he's like, "The Marlies manager will call you, and the Toronto Marlies camp is in 2 days, so pack your bags." And I was like, "Whoa!" And my wife is like, "Okay, you go, and I'll stay home, and like good luck." And I made the team out of camp, and my wife moved at Christmas, and then so it was a great organization, but I was on an NHL contract. A lot of guys, majority of the guys were on NHL contracts. They had some injuries that got back. I got sent down to the coast. I had a great time in Orlando. It's a great time.
The Solar Bears?
Yeah.
Wicked name.
Yeah. And me and my wife were on a cruise, and I said, like, "Okay, well, my agent, get me back to the AHL." And they didn't want to touch me because I don't know.
Did you feel like when you went back, made the team out of camp, did you feel any different at all, like in your game?
When I first stepped on the ice, we had a last man shootout. Like, we had to keep going till you scored.
Yeah.
And I didn't fucking score. And it was so embarrassing. I was like, "Oh man, I'm not going to make the team." Yeah. But when we at our first game, just like riding a bike, like it's.
Did the hockey come back quicker than all the other stuff?
Yeah.
And your lungs,
Yeah, like my lungs, like I trained with Carlo and Milos, and
some plyos.
Yeah, like plyos and Kai and.
Holy moly! I remember those plyo days. That hill, you just turn white and you start puking.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was just thinking about it the other day. I couldn't. One time, couldn't even drive home. Like, made it down to the Port Moody Rec Center, which is like just down the hill, and like pulled off to the side and laid on the grass on the side of the road.
I remember we were done. We would just lay there, and then we would wait like 45 minutes before we could walk, and we go for some sushi, some sashimi. Man, that was good times.
Yeah. But fast forward to you're in Boise, Idaho, and it was a great year. I finished second in scoring and didn't get a sniff in the AHL. All my line mates got a sniff. I didn't. So there's some sort of politics involved. So I packed up, went overseas to Rosenheim. Me and my wife had a 3-week honeymoon in Italy. And
can I ask you, what were you hearing? How couldn't you get that?
I talked to my agent every week, and he's like, "You're short, like you're next to call up. You're next to call up." And I was like, after 3 months.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know, because."
Was the team saying anything, like coach or the GM in Boise, or the coach / GM, because that's what they are.
Yeah. He's, I don't know. It was like I had my hands like tied, and I couldn't get out of that league, so I just embraced it and decided to go to Europe next year. Yeah, and I ended up in Rosenheim, had a great season, had a great honeymoon, and got back, and got an MRI, showed regrowth. So I had to get a second surgery.
Same spot.
Yeah.
And this was like, just did an MRI like not precautionary, but like
yeah, like it was like
every 6 months they told you, or every year or something.
So every like I thought every 6 months. I got an MRI in Rosenheim before I went for my honeymoon, and then I got the call from after I got home. Like we were on cloud 9. A couple days after I got home, I get a call from my doctor saying, "Yeah, you're gonna have to go for another surgery."
That I can't imagine what the hell that.
And again, didn't feel anything.
Yeah, like, was there pain a little bit? Nothing. You just, oh man.
And so I had the second surgery, and then I did the same thing over again. Waited 6 months, coached a little bit, skated with the local team, and got a contract with Allen Americans. Had a good season there, and then went overseas to Frankfurt, and I had a good season there. And then I actually was like moved my stuff to Dresden because they signed me
Right
at
after
the
the
end.
season.
Yeah, right after the season, and it was like 3 hours away. So we drove all our stuff to Dresden. We got hooked up with Dresden gear or whatever. Flew back home, and then my wife was visiting her aunt on the island, and we went for a walk, and I had a seizure, and got like taken to the hospital, and got an MRI. It regrew, and so this is like the technical side because I got it removed. They sent it for biopsy. Two of the 4 doctors said it's a grade 2. 2 of the 4 doctors said it was a grade 3. So I said, like, can I change my diet? I don't want to go through chemo and radiation. Absolutely not. Radiate my brain.
Which you haven't done at all.
You haven't done yet.
No.
You haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first 2 benign.
Grade 2.
So
So grade 1 and 2 are benign. Grade 3 and 4 are malignant.
Okay.
Okay, so I changed my diet, went strictly vegan, whatever, and I had back-to-back seizures in my house, and I thought I was gonna die. Like the second seizure, I was like, oh shit, this is the end, and I got rushed to Royal Columbian, and they found out that.
Did you feel your seizure coming on? Is
Oh,
it
yeah.
like an aura?
Yeah,
kind
like
of thing?
it's like 2 or 3 seconds. Like I was like, oh shit, and then yeah. So I knew that meant was chemo and radiation. Is no doubt about it. And I went to the BC Cancer Clinic, and the doctor there said, you should have got this a long time ago. And I was like, wow, I'm not going to see you again. And so I found some doctors that were in my corner, and I battled through chemo and radiation, 6-week radiation, full year of chemo, and scans every 2 months, 2 months, 3 months. Had a fucking load of seizures, and lost my hair. It didn't grow back, parts of it, so I'm wearing a hat. And yeah, it was like the biggest thing about my journey is to have a positive mindset and have the team, doctors around me, have to believe that you can do it. So, case in point, the doctor at the BC Cancer Clinic, I didn't want anything to do with him. And I found a doctor, and I found her a naturopath, and said, okay, let's beat this. I want to play hockey again. I don't want to let cancer fucking win. So a year after chemotherapy, and I had to get scans every 2-3 months. I remember my mother-in-law drove me with my my oldest daughter, and I got, like, she took her for a walk, and I saw my doctor, and he said, "Congratulations, you beat cancer." And I was like, "Whoa, excuse me?" And he's like, "Congratulations, you beat cancer. There's no sign of cancer in your brain."
Wow.
And I remember going to hug my daughter and just like, I beat fucking cancer. And then on, it was set in stone. I trained my ass off, and after a 3-year hiatus, I signed in England, Manchester. So, yeah, that's my story.
So it was after your year in Idaho,
Yeah,
then it was
Rosenheim,
Rosenheim,
and then surgery, and then Allen at the end of the year, and then Frankfurt,
and then okay,
and then I got home, had back-to-back
seizures. Yeah.
yeah, 2 months apart, brain surgeries, and then I had to do.
And how long was that? Like the process from chemo to, and then you said 1 year. 1 year after starting that, they said.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So it was a 3-year hiatus from hockey, professional hockey, and I got back.
I'm sitting here fucking like, I don't even know what to fucking say.
Well,
It's fucking incredible. It's just straight up goat worthy. That story. The determination. Like 99.9% of people just like, you know, why play hockey?
Yeah, like
but
I fought my fight. I'm
Yeah.
good now. Like, but it's like, man, I don't know. Like, you play at that level, and you were in your prime, or and, you know, you had still good years ahead of you. Like, you're like, fuck, I want to get back to that. That's all you knew.
Yeah.
And
I didn't want to let cancer win.
yeah.
It didn't want cancer to be the reason I retire. And
Wow.
I did that. I retired on my own terms.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't quite turn out the way I wanted to. And I'm thankful that Manchester gave me a shot, and then moved to Narvik, Norway.
Yeah.
It was an incredible town. Me and my girls had so much fun there. And I was the old guy on the team. And I was like, yeah, maybe I should retire. And
That's
it
how
was.
I felt my last couple of years.
It was time, but yeah, it's been a ride, and for all you Goat Radio listeners, just keep a positive mindset and follow your dreams, because anything can happen.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm touched. That's so emotional.
Yeah.
I know your family was a big reason why you kept going. Was there anything else, any other past story or inspiration that you kind of took on that journey?
Yeah.
Previous players or
Yeah.
any sort of juice to
Yeah.
keep grinding?
Mario had a big inspiration to me, and he came back to play for like in the NHL. So why couldn't I do it? So yeah, and be honest, like I slept for 18 hours a day, and got up to eat, and around that time for chemo, and I got sick, and just repeated till I was done chemo, and then done with cancer. So yeah, it was looking back at it, it was a fucking nightmare, to say the least. But
I can't even fucking imagine what you went through, brother.
But I'm here now,
Yeah.
and on the GOAT podcast, and
You're in the gold
all
rush.
all is well.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for people to hear these stories. People all around it are one way or another are affected by cancer, right? And, there's amazing stories like yourselves. There's obviously the more difficult ones where people lose their battles and stuff, but it is good to hear about these positive outcomes, and especially someone we know and someone I've known for so long.
Yeah.
And I know it was a big story around here in the Lower Mainland and in the hockey world.
Yeah.
Like, I was playing in Europe at the time. After your first couple situations there, and then it was. It's crazy. The hockey world's small, and a lot of people have heard about that story. But I think it's great to share these things any chance we can get, and I'm glad we're sitting down here talking about it today.
Yeah. On the lighter side, life after hockey, and
what are you up to right now?
yeah, I worked for Bernie Blacktop for 6 months, or 4 months actually, just grinding away, and I got hired. I took my life insurance course or whatever. I read more than I've read in my entire life. Like, it's serious reading. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this.
A lot of legal shit, a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I mean,
like, it's so much. I got back to Vancouver, Port Moody, took my exams, 4 exams, I passed them all, and like, I could sell life insurance. I got hired by Cam Life Financial, and he was actually the one that I was going through all my shit. My wife actually scrambled to get life insurance, and she got it with him. So small world. Yeah. So I didn't have life insurance, and I wasn't even approached about life insurance. And if I was approached, I would have said, like, maybe, like,
it's a topic that you don't really want to talk about, really.
Yeah.
It really isn't,
Yeah.
but it's fucking important. You have kids, and like,
I guess it's like a sign of getting old.
Well, it's inevitable. We're gonna all die. Protect your family. Simple as that. And I couldn't protect mine, but I have a passion to now help my clients, friends, family, protect their families.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Gold fans, contact Clouder.
Yeah.
Going forward.
Yeah. Put it, my email or my number, whatever. Just get a hold of me.
Absolutely.
We'll post it with all the content we put out for the podcast. Some at mentions and direct lines to you for all the life insurance needs.
Yeah, whatever. It'd be great if I got at least one lead and helped out one family. So
You're a good man.
Yeah.
Very good man. I thank you again for sharing that story.
Yeah.
It's got to be tough.
Oh yeah, and like, it's every time I share it, I remember something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, I remember how I felt, like, in that moment, and I was like, oh man, I forgot about that.
Going forward now, what do you how do you keep up with the health side of things? Do you have to go check up with anything?
Yeah,
or?
like I have a 6-month scan.
Okay.
So a year scan. I'm going to get a scan on the end of April. Hopefully everything's okay, and it will be.
You will be.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
My pleasure.
What do you say we move on to Global Goat Fire? Lighten things up.
Okay. let's light things up.
Light it up. First off,
here I am shutting down my career because I lost a few teeth and
intermission. Cheers to that story.
Yeah.
Cheers to Clouder. Thank you, brother. Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Global Goat Fire. Shoot us your messages. We want to know what floats your goat. You like that, eh? All right, we got a question from Roner, big supporter of the pod. He's asking us the GOAT of the Hobey Baker. We all played NCAA.
Yeah.
Who's the GOAT of college hockey, guys?
Johnny Hockey.
Ooh, BC. He had like 80 points that one that 1 year.
Coming from Northeastern, it's
Oh yeah,
It's,
the Beanpot?
yeah.
That's the
like the
Beanpot tournament, right?
Yeah.
You guys all play together. You guys got Northeastern,
Harvard,
BC, and BU.
BU.
That is a nutty tournament.
and
At the Garden.
we made it to the finals. My last year in college, I actually scored a game-tying goal with a minute and a half left. We sent it to overtime. It was 6-6. And Chris Kreider scored.
Who?
Chris Kreider. Fuck.
I forgot. It was him and Johnny Hockey playing together, right?
Well, Johnny Hockey got...
They were on a line, I remember.
yeah, like there was Cam Atkinson,
Yeah, they had a
Jimmy Hayes,
nasty team.
Chris Kreider.
So you're going with Johnny Hockey on the GOAT of college hockey?
Yeah.
Just a note, the Hobey Baker's only been around since 1981. So not
Okay.
many, only
Yeah.
44 people-ish have won that award. So, and like not many have made an impact in the NHL.
like they have recently though.
Yeah.
If you look
Yes.
at the last 10, 12 years, the Hobey Baker winners have been more impact players in the NHL than they... There are names you recognize, but not because like, whoa, like the Jack Eichels recently, Gaudreau, Makar, like guys like that are like superstars now in the NHL.
Yeah.
We're back some of the 80s and 90s guys were not really superstars, but for myself, my pick you would definitely class him as a superstar. And we all played at the Burning Winter Club, and this guy is a Burning Winter Club alum, probably one of the greatest college hockey players of all time, one of the best seasons probably in college hockey ever, Paul Kariya.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
BC boy.
Maine.
Yeah, Maine Black Bears. He tore it up. It was a while ago, yeah, but I mean,
I have a stat on him. He won the Hobey and he won the national title. Their team went 42-1-2. It was the nuttiest
Wow.
team in college ever. He had 100 points that year. 100 points in college is
I
redonkulous.
I topped out at 45.
That's pretty nuts though. You play 36 games.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
You know, and I feel like when we played, games were not, I don't know, they were low scoring, weren't they?
I think
A lot
so.
of 2-1, 3-1.
Yeah.
It was
I don't
tight, man.
Yeah.
Every game mattered so much.
Yeah.
I got two guys in mind. Obviously, Paul Kariya. Cale Makar.
Yeah.
What this guy's done in his 4 years with Colorado.
Yeah.
And what he did in UMass, the Minutemen.
Yeah.
He was with the Minutemen.
Yeah.
In his sophomore year, he had 49 points.
And his D-man.
As a D-man.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So, and who knows what he's gonna do in NHL? He's very goal worthy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He got what, quickest 200 points or something like that. Something as a D-man.
Yeah.
What's Quinn?
I think McCarr's ahead
He
of
did
him.
it first.
Oh fuck yeah! I would pick McCarr over
Quinn just hit
Hughes any day.
Yeah, well, he's more all around.
He's all around.
But I think Quinn just did the fastest 200 points ever out of any defenseman.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like or Brian Leach had the record.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he just did it.
Who are you picking though?
I would take McCarr. Just his size.
Carr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His shot. His escapability. Well, Quinn's
That's his best
escapability.
attribute. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
McCarr's skating and like it's the whole package.
And he's got some hardware on his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess it goes to show like how we're talking about the impact players nowadays compared to in the NHL. Being Hobey Baker guys just shows like the college route how much it's become more of a direct line or a not more sought after, but I guess you could say direct line in the NHL more than it used to be.
Yeah.
And it's that I think that's probably the biggest difference, and why you'll see more high end guys. Remember when we were graduating, that was like the first time college free agents were becoming like a big thing.
Yeah.
Guys signing out of college, the NHL like becoming this undrafted guys that were starting to know, like then it started to become the big thing, like who could get the best college free agent, and now it's like drafted guys are going to college hockey, and before it was like kind of an avenue to go play for another 4 years if you weren't drafted and try and get better, but I think that's probably the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
We might get into a future the GOAT route to the NHL, maybe junior.
Yeah, I think
college
the
route.
Santorellis want to talk about that one.
Yeah, those are
Tee them up for that.
one guy played there, one guy was committed, and then decided to go to Dub, so
Yeah.
they got all sides covered there.
Yeah.
So Clouder, you got Johnny Hockey, you got Paul Kariya, I got Cale Makar. All right, let's move on to question 2. This is a little funny one from T-Gub. T-Gub is a BCHL alum with the Silverbacks.
Okay.
He's a beauty, Tyler Gubb. The best arena for healthy scratch food, and he says, I would know. What a beaut.
I don't think Clouder's been healthy scratch too much.
I know, this is going to be a tough one for you.
Wow. I was healthy scratch. Springfield. Like I said, but
yeah, at the beginning of that first year.
yeah, and then I was healthy scratched at the Maple Leaf Gardens when the Toronto Marlies played.
Mm-hmm.
Good food.
What do you remember? The exact food you ate?
Oh, I had everything.
Nachos or?
Yeah, no, like wings and I know wings and sandwiches and fries and ham fries and that.
Oh,
It was
awesome.
It was great.
Your one game you got healthy.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, it was. I mean, I'll get into my favorite at the arena, but I think getting the healthy scratch at least the night before or after morning skate. The best food was like going to just eat what you wanted that day. Because you didn't have to eat your gross pregame meal that you've eaten 50, 60 times that year or whatever.
Yeah.
And it maybe involved a little patio session for my days in Vegas or in the nicer places, but you could mix in a couple cocktails. But no, it was for me. Probably in Vegas, we had like kind of like a lounge upstairs where we could watch games at, and there was like a popcorn machine, so unlimited popcorn, and you could get whatever soft drink.